Hey guys, this is Rob John Webb here for Waxadisc, and what I'm going to show you today is a great offer that's been created by SlateDigital.com, where they're offering all of their sample packs for free until the end of January or sometime in January. And basically, if you can see on the screen now, this is the website. It's SlateDigital.com, and they've got a load of free sample packs that they're giving away completely free until January. So you've got, like, you know, what, 6-7 weeks or something to get these, and I strongly recommend that you get them. Even for people like me that can play and stuff, it's still great to have a lot of samples at the touch of a button where you can just drop things in and use them at your disposal. Now, I've not downloaded all of these. Obviously there's a whole range of genres on here. You've got pop, guitars, you've got ambient, lo-fi, midnight synthwave stuff, R&B, you know, drum packs, trap stuff, you know, bassline stuff, all that kind of thing, vocals, hip-hop, EDM, it's all in there. So, along with a load of vintage drum machines as well. So it's really, really worth getting hold of these. I've downloaded the hip-hop ones, the midnight synthwave, the ambient, the R&B, and the guitars. And what I've done is I've just put a little tiny demo together just to show you what you can do with these samples, where you can still make the track your own. So, for example, I've got the midnight synthwave and the R&B one. I've done two little demos, and we're going to have a look at that now. So let me just put on Ableton. And as you can see there, all the samples are in my file here. These ones I've downloaded, the drum machines, which are all simple hits. So you've got classic drum machines in here, like the DMX, the Oberheim, but these sort of things are quite standard anyway. They're quite easy to get hold of elsewhere. But the ambient Aurora packs, you've got drum loops in there, you know, some good stuff there you can use for hip hop and chill out and stuff like that. And then you've got top loops, which are always good to throw on, and then one-shot drums and stuff. But in terms of sounds and melodies and loops and things like that, you've got all of these in here. This is just the ambient one, for example. You know, some really cool stuff in there, which you can... But, you know, obviously you've got guitars and so on and so on. But I'm not going to focus on that. I'm just giving you an example of the variety of stuff that they've got. So, what I've got a little demo of is the Midnight Synthwave pack, where I've downloaded a drum loop. So I've got that kind of 80s soul drum, you know, drum loop, which is very, very cool. And then obviously in there you've got all of these drum loops. I mean, there's tons and tons of them. You know, which is quite, you know, speed them up. They can be housey anyway. So you've got that, blah blah blah, and then you've got your melodies and so on. But I've got the bass loop. What I've done here is I've split two of the loops together. I've got a G minor one and I've got an F minor one for the basses. So these bass ones here, like this one. Really funky bass. So you've got them. Okay. So what I've done is I've just cut them in half. I've put the G minor one, then the F minor one, and then let's play them together. Nice and cool, chilled, you know. So you've got that, and then I thought, well, what I'll do is I'll get one of the guitars in G minor as well from out of the same pack, and then another one in F minor, split them in half and just create two little different sort of sections. And these are the guitar loops I've used. So it's proper funky. Put the bass on, and then it goes into the F minor. So that's that, and then I put on like some synths out of there as well. So like a synth dawn thing in G minor and this synth radical in F minor. And they're two different samples. So this is that kind of arpeggiated one. And then this one. So I've put them together. So obviously they're loops of theirs. So the best way to make this kind of put your own take on this sort of stuff. So if you're just starting out and you're not quite comfortable with things, get the chords of each sample that you want to use. So in this instance is G minor first and then F minor. So I've got a Rhodes in there. I put an EP faceplant in from the Ableton library, and I've just gone and played the chord in, just some scorpion octave. That's the G minor 7, and then the F minor 7. So I put that in there, like so. So that's that. So basically I've put those on top, so they now have my stamp on them as well, you see. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop out the synth loops and the guitars, and I'm going to put in my own sound, which is from Reason, which is called a juicer lead, and that's just going to give it its own kind of feel to it now, and you'll get what I mean. And all I'm doing is playing the blues scale, which works with the G minor and the F minor chord. And here goes. So you can see, instantly changes the whole direction of the track, and it puts your stamp on it. So that's that one. So that's the samples out of the Midnight sample pack. That's just a handful of them. I mean, there's tons and tons of them. And then what I thought I'd do is I would do a little kind of lo-fi sort of track using the R&B sounds. So what did I slow this one down to? 85. So slow this down to 85, and you can make like a lo-fi hip-hop thing with this. And these are the chord samples. So for example, if I just find these in their browser, you've got all of these Rhodes chords. Tons and tons of them, all in different keys, different chords. And what I've done is I found one which was in, if I can just check, E minor, and that's this one. And then I've just got a beat from out of the R&B pack called Drum Candles, which is 85 BPM. The Rhodes loop is 130, but I've slowed it down, and it just fits nicely. So it goes like this. And then I've got a funk lead from within Reason, which is Funkalicious, and it's like this. That in itself, you're instantly changing it. You're taking a chord from a sample pack, but if you put your own lead line on top and give it its own identity, which gives it your stamp as well. So, you know, these loop packs are really quite credible things to use sometimes, you know. And if I change it and put that lead line on that I did in the first one, it goes like this. That's just a quick demo showing you the capabilities of doing this sort of thing. So in there, in the R&B one, you've got loads of guitars, look. So you could do like let's find an E minor one, for example, and just stick that on top. I don't know what it's going to sound like, but let's have a look. Sit down a bit. Maybe not that one, it's not so good, but something else. Let's just find another E minor one. Let's put that in there. That's better. And you can chop that up and do all sorts of stuff. So you've got all of those in there. That's the R&B ones, and then you've got the hip hop ones here as well. In the hip hop ones, I've got loads of MIDI files in. So if you're not comfortable with playing chords, then all you've got to do is go into here. Look, basic progressions. Look, you've got an A majors and all these different MIDI packs. So if I just chuck one of them onto the Rhodes here, look, press no, and then in there, look, you've got the chords in there, look, for that arrangement, look, which is A major and down to an E major. So you've got all of them in there as well. And then on top of that, in the hip hop packs, you've got the single chords. So you've got majors and your minors and sevenths, everything in there, look. So you get all those things like the MIDI pack and all that. If you're uncomfortable with playing, obviously I always encourage people to learn chords. If you see my videos, I always encourage people to play chords and learn themselves. But to get started, if you just want to get some jams going, just get these packs and put them onto a Rhodes out of Ableton or a piano or whatever it is you want. You've got all of that at your disposal as well. So it's really worth registering with SlateDigital.com on the link here. and just go ahead and download in those sample packs. And all you got to do is just register your email address. I mean, it costs literally nothing, and take advantage of it. So that's it for this quick tutorial. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you got something from it. The link for the Slate Digital is in the one below. Don't forget I offer one-to-one mentoring as well nowadays. So get in touch at waxadisc.com. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will catch you soon. Take care and goodbye.